Hey, I'm Seth with Best I Can Do Barbecue, and today I'm going to try not to screw up meatloaf. What's up, everybody? So I'm going to do a meatloaf, a smoked meatloaf. Lots of guys on the internet have done a meatloaf, and I'm going to kind of take some of those recipes and put them together. Today I'm starting out with some ground chuck 80-20 and some ground pork. I really like ground pork. We do some meat pies. We're going to do a video on meat pies when it gets closer to Christmas, but pork there. I've got a red bell pepper, some celery, some green onions, some garlic. We're going to chop all that up, integrate that together. I'm going to have some breadcrumbs and a couple eggs. Forgot to lay that out. And then I'm going to add a little bit of Worcestershire, mix all that up. I'm going to put it in my pans, light my grill, and let them kind of set. Then I'm going to smoke them on my PK 360 for a couple of hours with some pecan smoke, because I think it's all. All right, so I'm back. All right, so you should have a zoom in picture. What I got here is just a little over a pound, in for a penny, in for a pound of pork. Squealy pig. And thens, I got this 80-20 beef, kind of integrate the pork. And what a lot of people say, my grandma said it, the fuck is going on? That's exactly what my grandma said. She was a sailor. I'm gonna mix about a half a red bell pepper. I'm gonna do the green onions, 5 or 6 green onions I've chopped up. And then I've got some celery. I normally don't like celery, but I've really finally chopped that celery up. Okay, and then some chopped garlic, about 3 or 4 cloves of garlic. All right, I'm just gonna kind of integrate that in together. What I don't like, I'm gonna drop in here about a tablespoon of Worcestershire, about that much. And I'm gonna do, if I can get the damn thing open, my favorite little barbecue rub here. Killer Hogs, the barbecue rub. Do a couple tablespoons of that. All right. Now I'm gonna drop in a cup of breadcrumbs. Those are just regular ass breadcrumbs. And then I'm gonna do 2 eggs. The eggs with the breadcrumbs are gonna make a fine little binder to hold our meatloaf together. Kind of whisk these eggs up. We'll pour them all over my table. Square bowls are hard to stir eggs in. Try to integrate the fat, the yolks and the whites together. Scramble them up. There we go. I'm going to kind of mix all this together with this fork just for a minute. I'm going to have to get in there and get nasty. I'm going to have to Mike Rose it and dirty job it. Here we go.
It's a fairly simple procedure that takes a lot of hose and a strong stomach.
Here we go. In like Flynn, they say. That's what I always say. I said that once. All right. Now, again, like I said, you don't really want to overwork your meatloaf, because then it's going to go on strike. You know, you don't want to overwork your meatloaf like this, because it can make it tough. I don't know. Maybe just a little more. All right. All right. This is a brick come doing the party. A little bit of half and half is going to help make it a little more rich. It's also going to add some moisture in there. Fresh ground pepper. And a couple tablespoons of kosher salt. Kosher salt with pork. That may not work out.
I'll take a look. Bring him in.
All right, now that I've done that, I'm gonna give it one more quick mix. All right, now. This may make a bunch, so, because we got 3 pounds of meat, plus what I drop on the floor. All right, so now I'm just gonna kind of work this guy into my little meatloaf pan. And I'm putting them in this pan because I'm not going to smoke it in this pan, because you can see this is a little low Silicone pan. All right. And then I'm gonna give it one more little splash of the seasoning on top. Get the fucking thing open. All right. Now I'm gonna go fire up my grill and put this in the refrigerator, and hopefully it will set up some while I wait on my grill. It may take 20-30 minutes to get everything going my way, so we'll have to see. All right, we're back. What I've got here is this little checker pan that I bought so that I could do pork belly. I cubed them up, put them on that. I'm gonna grease it. I don't think my thing's gonna stick, but let's go ahead and grease it to be safe. All right, now we're gonna take my little meatloaf pan and flip it over, and let's hope that my meatloaf come out of it. Voila! I'm gonna quit messing with it. I'm gonna screw it up. All right, now I'm gonna give it a quick little dusting. All right, it's seasoned up. My grill's hot. I'm gonna cook this guy on my PK360. I'm gonna smoke it with pecan wood until it is done. I'm gonna say probably 2 hours maybe. It's 5 o'clock. I told myself I was gonna separate it by 6, and we all knew that was a lie. Meatloaf, my grill is still at 300 degrees. Let's look at the meatloaf. Get up in there, Grace, and get a shot of that. Looking good. All right, I've got my, before I glaze it, let's check the temp, internal temp. We want to get this guy to around 160 degrees. My dots is not coming on. 165, 166 right there. This one there a little deeper. 170 on the end. So this guy's done. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna glaze it and let it sit about 15 more minutes. This is the glaze we made earlier, ketchup, brown sugar, and honey. We're just gonna glob this stuff on there. It's gonna caramelize and get sticky. I'm gonna put it on there super thick. 2 C's, that kind of thing. All right, so we're back with the meatloaf. I'll do anything for a cooking video, but I won't do that. Oh no. All right, so the meatloaf, waving this knife around like a little orchestra of food. The meatloaf is done. Grace, zoom in on that for me. Let's get a good look at it. Slow. Not like this, I'm gonna throw up. You went in so fast, but like, you know, ease into it. All right, so I'm going to start here at the end. We're just gonna do a little cut through there. Cutting board junior here. It's been resting for about 20 minutes. All right, so can you see that wonderfulness there? All right, now, look at that beautiful piece right there. Smells like a meatloaf. Let's take a bite. Man, that's very good. It doesn't taste like a traditional meatloaf to me, really. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel. In the realm of a grill, man, we're 8-9 months in during the coronavirus, and I really like that PK360. Cooks great meatloaf. Remember, like, subscribe, click the bell, eat local, drink local. Peace.